Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't just another crime story. This is a tale of betrayal, greed, and an unimaginable act of evil. A crime that shook the world and changed aviation history forever. A crime so cold-blooded that one man didn't hesitate to send 44 innocent people to their deaths, just for money. On November 1st, 1955, in the skies above Denver, Colorado, a passenger plane suddenly exploded mid-air. Fire and debris rained down onto the farmland below, shocking the entire country. All 44 people on board, 39 passengers and 5 crew members, were killed instantly. But this wasn't a tragic accident. No, something far more sinister was at play. This was a murder plot like no other, and what investigators were about to uncover would horrify them. When investigators arrived at the crash site, something immediately stood out. Normally, when a plane crashes due to an engine failure, the wreckage stays mostly in one place. But here, debris was scattered across miles of farmland. That could mean only one thing. The plane had exploded before hitting the ground. But why? Had there been a technical malfunction? A mechanical failure? At first, investigators thought the fuel tank might have been the cause. But then, they discovered something chilling. The explosion had not started in the fuel tanks. It had come from the luggage compartment. And that changed everything. Because now, the FBI had to ask, was this an accident, or was it murder? As investigators searched for clues, one passenger's name stood out: Daisy King. A 54-year-old woman traveling to visit her daughter and grandchildren for Thanksgiving. At check-in, something unusual happened. Her suitcase was 30 pounds overweight. The airline staff gave her 2 options: remove some items from her luggage, or pay an extra $27 for the extra weight. At that moment, her son, Jack Graham, stepped in. He insisted that she pay the fee, telling her, "There's no need to open the bag, Mom, just pay and let's go." Why was he so desperate to keep that suitcase closed? Investigators dug deeper and discovered something even more suspicious. Just before takeoff, Jack had purchased a $37,500 life insurance policy for his mother. And he was the sole beneficiary. Was this just a coincidence, or was something more sinister happening? The FBI turned their attention to Jack Graham. Who was he? And why was he so eager to collect money from his mother's death? What they uncovered was shocking. Jack wasn't just a grieving son. He was a career criminal. In 1951, he was arrested for check fraud, but his mother paid to get him out of trouble. He once parked his car on train tracks, deliberately, to collect insurance money after a train destroyed it. And just 2 months before the plane explosion, his mother's restaurant mysteriously burned down, allowing her to collect a huge insurance payout. Had Jack Graham just pulled off the biggest insurance scam in history? The FBI needed proof. Then, they found it. And what they discovered was horrifying. The case against Jack Graham was growing stronger, but investigators needed undeniable proof. So they searched his home. And what they found? It was chilling. Wires identical to the ones found in the plane wreckage. A hidden life insurance policy, proving Jack had lied about buying it. But the final nail in the coffin came when investigators visited a hardware store near his house. They showed the store owner Jack's photograph, mixed in with several others. Without hesitation, the man pointed directly at Jack's picture and said, "That's him. He bought 25 sticks of dynamite from me." This was it. Everything pointed to Jack Graham. The bomb, the insurance scam, the deadly plan. He was caught. And now, with nowhere left to run, he finally confessed. And what he revealed, it was pure evil. Cornered and out of options, Jack Graham finally told the truth. His confession was chilling. He built a bomb using dynamite and a timer, setting it for 60 minutes. He deliberately delayed taking his mother to the airport, so the bomb would explode while the plane was in the air. He insisted she pay the luggage fee, because if the bag had been opened, his entire plan would have been exposed. But here's the most horrifying part. If his mother had refused to pay the $27, she would have removed the 30 pounds of explosives, and she, along with 43 other passengers, would still be alive. But she didn't, and that single moment sealed their fate. But what would happen to Jack now? The world had never seen a crime like this before. A man blew up an entire passenger plane just to collect insurance money. But there was a problem. The law had no precedent for this kind of crime. So instead of charging Jack Graham with 44 counts of murder, they charged him with just one, his mother's. He tried to plead insanity, but 4 psychiatrists ruled he was completely sane. He was found guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to death in the gas chamber, and on January 17, 1957, Jack Graham was executed. The first-ever airline bomber in history was dead. But his crime changed aviation forever, and from that moment on, flying would never be the same again. Hit that like button, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.